Hello everyone. This hour on Verbling, the next in my Getting Results in Business series. Today we are going to take our key expressions from yesterday, the key expressions in the context of explaining a procedure, making sure that everyone understands you in a business meeting where you explain a difficult procedure. Our general context is business communications. And we're going to apply this to a very practical situation where you are going to work on some of the key language to make sure that you're being understood and how to respond in a meeting like that. And if we have time, we're going to go on to deal with some of the grammar we looked at in that meeting. More about that in just a minute. First, a little bit about me. I'm Jon-Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, hanging out in Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. By the way, here are 3 quick rules to help you participate. Don't forget to turn off, tune in, and open up. That means turn off your microphone when you're not speaking so we can keep the classroom quiet. Tune into the new words and expressions that you're learning. Use them actively so that I can correct you and give you feedback. Finally, open up to your classmates. Relax and have fun. We're all here to learn, and this is a safe and respectful place to practice your English. And what I'm going to do right now is open the notes, share my screen with you so you can see those. And what we're going to do is, let's open this, is go to our 3rd presentation. Give it just a second to load. There we go. If you want the link to that, just go to class material on the Verbling page. But I'll be nice and I'll put the address, the URL in the chat window as well. So there you go. Okay, when you get here, just remember, you can always go to the Jump to Topic page, which is here on 5, and go directly to the last class. Click on it. It'll bring you to page 6. You've got all of our links in one place. And I'm going to open the 3rd presentation. And you also have the summary of the last class. So let's look at yesterday's class, what we did. What we did yesterday was we reviewed the key phrases for talking about procedures in the mind map. So we opened the mind map and we did a quick memory exercise where you looked at the language function, what you had to express, and we tried to recall the key phrases. If you want to review in the map, just go here where it says map, click on it, it'll open, turn on the app for the map, which is MindMap, and you'll be able to do the review. The next thing we did yesterday was that we shared a procedure of our own. We talked about a procedure from our personal or professional experience and described it to the class. We had a business meeting, a teleconference business meeting, where we had to ask people to speak up, or we had to deal with a technical problem, so that was part of it. We looked at ways to check if everyone was following what we were saying, especially if they did not speak or respond. So we looked at some strategies to get people involved. So what? So what was important about it? Well, you now have a few tactics to use when you give a presentation, right? And I should say, particularly if it's a teleconference, if you can't see people's faces. You can ask questions to check that the audience, that your listeners are following, and you can also give concrete examples that people have something to react to. 2 strategies we talked about. Now what? Now that you know that, what can you do with it? Well, you can send me your procedures using the Verbling message system, and I'll correct them. Except Daniel, whose message I always forget to correct. But I will. Right, Daniel? I'll get to it. Give it time. Daniel? Can anyone hear me? Am I alone? Hello?
Hello, hello.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
My mic was mute.
I thought I was alone. I was.
I was talking to myself.
Oh, I do that all the time. So I'm not going to do the review of the mind map, but I am just going to show it to you quickly because I want you to be able to use this on your own. So just quickly as it loads. You know what? For some reason it never loads the first time. Give me just a second. I got to open it. It always just stalls the first time I open it. Give me a second here. Let me open it again. There we go. Don't forget, you need to open the app for the mind map, which is MindMup. That's the name of the application. So this time it'll open, I'm sure. See? For some reason it doesn't open the first time. I don't know why that happens. Okay, now you can see it appearing on the screen there. And I will just quickly show you the technique and show you the keywords. So yesterday we worked on the key phrases. You can see the little image of the key. If you click on that key and you click the letter F, boom, your phrase is open. And all you need to do after the class is go to each function. The first function is how to explain a procedure. Click on that. Try to remember the key phrases from yesterday, like, oh, I know we have to say if it's something important, we have to say you need to do it. And if it's a recommendation, we have to say it's a good idea to. Those are the two that I remember. Okay, so you press on your F key, you unfurl it, F for furl, and you can see all the examples. You must plus the base, and you can see there the full example. You must make. Base is the make is the base form of the verb. The infinitive without the to is called the base. That's one way to call it. So you must plus the base. You need to, that's need plus the infinitive. Good idea to, again the infinitive. Useful to, again the infinitive. What happens is that you go down and so here you might put a that. It's essential to, infinitive. So almost all of them use the infinitive as the second verb except the first. Okay, and then you can do the same for the rest. How did we ask for clarification? Oh, what exactly do you mean by? So you're saying, we can rephrase. Checking that people understand you. Are you with me? Is that clear? Showing that you've understood.
Yes.
Yes, yes, got it, I'm with you.
Yes, got it.
There you go. And finally, if there's technical problems, you could say, you're very faint, you're breaking up. And if you want to speed things up, can we speed up a little? If you want to slow down, can we slow down a bit? So those are all of your key expressions in one place, categorized in 5 different functions. Function 1, explaining procedures. Function 2, asking for clarification, etc. Okay? That is a quick way to test yourself, and you can save this to your Google Drive by going here, clicking Google Drive, and it will save to your personal Google Drive. You'll have a copy. Okay? So then you can open it anytime you like. Let's close that and go to today's presentation, Communication Part 3. Today we're going to be dealing with situations on the phone specifically. So we're going to deal with a practical language, how to deal with phone calls, particularly when you're dealing with teleconferencing. Listen to 3 conversations. Answer questions 1 to 3 for each conversation. And that is exactly what we're going to do. Just give me a second here to open this on my computer. Hang on just a minute. And oops, let me go back here, sorry. So you're going to use your ears, but don't forget, if you want to cheat, you can always go to slide 4 and read. But I'd prefer that you just use your ears, okay? And then we can read it later if we need to. So, listen to 3 conversations, answers questions 1 to 2. What is the situation? Question 1. And how is each situation resolved? Everyone ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Very good. Hey, listen carefully. Conversation here. Conversation one. Whoops. Sorry. I keep clicking the wrong document. There we go. Conversation one. People are speaking. I'm going to call them A and B. Person A. So, as I was saying, any chance of getting it to me by tomorrow? Person B. I'm afraid I didn't quite catch that last bit. Person A. I said, any chance of getting it to me by tomorrow? Person B. Sorry, Veronica, this is hopeless. It's really a bad line. Person A. Oh, okay. I'll hang up and call you on the landline in 5 minutes. Remember the word landline for the future. Conversation 2. Person A. So, can we discuss the transport arrangements for the Japanese visitors? Person B. Sorry, but this will have to be quick, Renee. I'm about to board a plane. Person A. Oh, so now's not a good time to call? Person B. No, not really. I'll be there in 2 hours. Can you call me again then? Person A. Sure, no problem. Conversation 3. Person A. Beatrice, is that you? Person B. Yes. How did you... Person A. I recognize your number on the display. Look, I'm sorry. I have someone on the other line right now. Can I call you right back? Person B. Yes, I'm around for another hour. Then I have a meeting. Person A. Oh, okay. I'll speak to you in a few minutes then. So, tell me the situation in each of the 3 conversations. What was the situation in conversation 1 from what you heard?
Bad line. They
Bad
have
line.
yes. The people who try to
Mhm. Yes, go
talk
ahead.
through the phone has have problems by lane.
Okay, tell me the situation though. How are they speaking? Where are they? What are they using to speak to each other? Are they face to face?
No,
Obviously not,
by
right?
phone,
What
by
kind of phone?
a mobile phone.
Mobile. So there's a bad connection on 2 mobile phones.
Mm-hmm.
In situation, yeah, that's okay. Conversation number 2. And surely Daniel is not the only person who listened today. Surely some of you, besides Daniel, were listening. In conversation number 2, what was the situation? What's the problem in conversation 2?
On the way.
I think there are 2 people trying to connect, and one of them has to take off. No, and he asked him to phone back in 2 hours. I think.
Yeah, that's right. When you say take off, what do you mean by that? He's doing what?
It's going to take the plane, no?
Okay, that's
No?
right. You have to say, you can't just say take off because we don't know what take off could mean more than one thing. So he's about to board a plane. We board, yeah, to board a plane. And you'll see that bottom under the chat window, to board a plane. Okay, conversation 3 with our friend Beatrice. What's the problem in the situation there? Beatrice wants to do what?
To answer another call?
Beatrice is the caller, and the other person wants to answer another call. Okay, so I agree. The other person wants to know the other call. Why is she surprised? Remember he says, "Oh, hello, Beatrice." Why is she surprised by that?
I don't know.
Because
He
was
recognized
recognize her name play.
Oh, wait, one at a time. Paulo, you go first.
She recognized the name, the number name at the display of the phone.
Yeah, he's got caller ID. Sometimes we call that caller ID. The guy has caller ID on his mobile. Nowadays, all mobile phones have this. In the old days, you had to pay for it. And he recognizes her. She's surprised. Okay, that's it. The second question is, how is each situation resolved? So in conversation one, there's a bad line between two mobile phones. How do they resolve the situation?
They accord to make another time the communication with the landline.
Make another time would be call back.
Call back, sorry. Okay, call back.
They call back. They decide to call back. Let's take a quick look too. I'll call you back on the landline. What is a landline? Is a landline the same as a mobile phone?
No, of course. It's
Of course not.
It's a fixed line.
A fixed line, right.
Yes.
So the resolution was to call back on the fixed phone, also called the landline. The landline is the fixed phone. Okay, conversation two. One speaker is about to get on a plane. What's the resolution? We already said it, actually. He tells the other speaker to do what?
To phone back in 2 hours.
To phone back in 2 hours. Conversation three. Beatrice wants to speak, but the other person is on another call. So, the resolution was?
To call back in a few minutes.
Yeah, he tells her to call back in a few minutes. Okay? I think you got it. Now, we have to work on the language. What language can you take from this? So here we have a match exercise. All of this is taken directly from the listening you just did. Let's see how many of these phrases you can get right from listening just one time. All right? So Antonio, you read the first one and see if you can match it to one of the 4 letters below. Can you read that for us?
The first sentence?
Yeah. First one in exercise 2.
Sorry, but this will have to be quick. Rename. I'm about to board a plane. And what I have to match with 1 to A to D.
That's right.
So now it's not a good time to call.
Correct. That was what she responded when she found out. Oh, so now's not a good time to call? Right. Very good. Let's get some quiet people out there. Mr. Jose, you're kind of quiet. Can you take number 2?
Yes.
Go for it.
This is hopeless. It's a really bad line. I think A. Yes, I'm around for another hour. Then I have a meeting. Or no?
There's a better one than A.
Ah.
There's a better one.
Better one.
Remember, the key word here is it's a bad line.
Bad line. Okay. Bad line is the keyword. Okay. Bad line. Okay. I'll hang up and call you on the landline in 5 minutes.
Exactly.
Okay.
So in number 2, what were they using to call each other? What were they using initially to call each other, Jose? Maybe he's
In
got a
number
call.
2,
Yeah, number 2. Initially, they were using what to call each other?
in number 2,
Yeah. How are they speaking to each other in number 2? In what way?
in what way? This is hopeless. This is hopeless? Or no?
Yeah, but listen to the question. What are they using to call each other when they say this is
What
hopeless?
are you using? The phone or no?
What kind of phone?
Uh, what? Mobile phone, bad line, no?
Line in a mobile phone.
Mobile phone?
Yes.
Yes.
And therefore, the answer makes sense because the landline will probably be better than the mobile line. So that's how you know it's C. Because if you think back to the listening we did, we can remember the first conversation, it was the mobile phone that was the problem, and the landline was the solution.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
So the key language you can remember is, I'll call you back. I'll call you in 5 minutes. I'll call you back. I'll hang up and call you back.
Okay.
Okay, so that means you're going to start using these phrases when we do a situation where we have to role play this.
Okay.
Paulo, why don't you take number 3 for us?
I'm afraid I didn't catch that last beat. I'm afraid I didn't catch that last beat. Well, I said, any chance of getting it to me by tomorrow?
Absolutely right. And how do we know that that's the right answer? What's the clue in the text? In other words, what's the situation here?
Because I didn't catch that last beat.
Means what?
That there's interference in the connection.
Right. So there's interference in the connection. It's a bad line. Okay?
Yes, a bad line.
All right. And Greg, take number 4. There's only one choice left.
Okay. Look, I'm sorry, but I have someone on the other line. Can you call? Can I call you back? Yes, I'm around for another hour. Then I have a meeting.
All right. And how do we know that's the right answer besides that it's the only choice? How do we know?
Because it make a question. Can I call you back?
Okay. So
And
call you back means return the call.
And the people say yes. You can contact with me during an hour, and then I have another meeting.
Okay. So, in other words, the person gives the time available for them to call. So it makes sense in the context. That's it. Which statements in number 2, exercise 2, indicate or show which indicate that it's a good time to call? So, Greg, yours is pretty obvious, right? Is yours showing that it's a good time, when's a good time to call, or is yours showing that there's a problem?
Sorry, teacher?
Does your question and response, the one that you just read, does that show that there's a problem in communication, or does that show when a good time to call is?
The second one. There's no problem communication. It's just a problem of disponibility of people.
Disponibility is French. You have to say that in English.
Available.
Availability.
Availability.
Yeah, not disponibility, but availability. Availability. Okay, that's it. Okay, very good.
Thanks.
Availability. Let's see how you spell that. Oh, I can't even spell the words in my own language. Hold on a second. There you go. You can see it in the chat window. Okay, and what about the rest of you? See, Adi, what about number that was number 4. What about number 1? How would we categorize that? As a problem in communication or good time to call?
Um, no, it has a problem to call. It's a
Well, that's not our.
problem.
Sorry, which?
Number 1 is a problem to call. There is a problem.
But look at the answer to number 1. Number 1 is the answer is, what was the answer to number 1? No, I forgot.
So now we go
Right.
to call.
Right. So, in other words, the guy's getting on a plane. So is there a communication problem here? No, there's no communication problem.
Yeah, but it's only have little time.
Right. So it matches with the second option there. Second option is which question indicates that it isn't a good time to call. So it's really that, because there's no problem with communication. Now, the reason we're categorizing these into those two categories is just to make it easier to recall later which one that you're going to use depending on the situation that we encounter, particularly when we're role-playing this. So number 4 was not a good time to call, and number 1, not a good time to call. What about number 2? Question number 2. Problem in communication or a time issue? Shadow, are you there?
Yes.
Okay.
This is hopeless. It's a really bad line. It's about communication.
I agree. And Daniel, what about number 3?
Problem communication because of the bad line.
That's it. So both 2 and 3 are communication problems. So Daniel, when you have a communication problem, what are you going to say most likely? What's the key phrase to remember?
Hang on. I'll try to fix it.
Hang on, I'll try to fix it. It's not an option, but it's close. or I'll hang up is even better, because that's one of our options. Shadow, if you're having a communication problem, Shadow, what might you say based on your previous answer?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
That's it. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. You're a little bit faint. We did it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Or in this case,
I'll call you later.
I'll call you later. The one you did was what, number 2, isn't it?
3, but yeah.
Number 2, okay. I'll call you back in 5 minutes. Or I'll call you back on the landline. Okay. So, I think that's pretty much it. There's one thing we could do is, maybe I should also open the other file. Hold on a second. I'm going to open the other file from yesterday to give you some more choices besides these. When it opens, I'll share my screen with you. So we'll look at the previous key expressions as well. But what we're going to do is have a short phone conversation of our own. Use these situations or think of your own. Well, let's just use this for today. So let's match up. Let's see. Let's match up Mr. Greg with Mr. Ade for number 1. Mr. Greg, you're on holiday in the Caribbean. You're on holiday in the Caribbean when your manager calls about an unfinished report. Adi, You're the one about the unfinished report. Greg, you're very naughty and you left for vacation without finishing your work. Bad, Greg. Bad. So, think about the situation. I've already put the useful phrases on the screen to help you. Think about the situation and how you would respond. Okay? So, we're going to have a very short phone conversation just to practice the key phrases more than anything else. Are you ready, Adi and Greg?
Okay,
Yes.
I try.
Try.
I'll play the part of the phone. Ring ring, ring ring, ring ring, ring ring, pick me up. Ring
Y-
ring.
yes. Hello.
Mr. Greg. Yeah, hello, Mr. Greg.
Yes. Yes. Who are you?
Um, I'm your manager. I'm your. By the way,
What?
where are you?
Who are you? Sorry. You're very faint.
You're very faint, Adi.
Okay. Is it better? It is better.
Is it
Uh,
better?
Is it better?
just just a
Okay.
little bit more, but sorry. Speed up, please. I, I have I have a problem.
Speed up? You want him to talk faster?
Yes, yes, because I'm about to have what's the name? To have a dinner now.
Dinner.
A dinner.
Ah, okay.
Okay. So,
Uh,
so is
and
it
I
good
have
time
to
to call?
pick up my boils.
Okay.
Greg,
I can
know.
call back.
Wait. Greg, you know you're on situation number one, right? On the very first point. Where are you right now, Greg? Look at the very first point. Where are you? Greg? Hello? Greg? Hello? Can anyone hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, you can hear me. Greg, can you hear me? Did we lose Greg? Adi, are you there?
Yes.
So I can hear everyone but Greg for some reason. Okay, we lost you, Greg. All right, let's try it a little differently. Shadow, you're there?
Yes.
All right. Greg went to have his dinner. I can hear him. Maybe he's having a connection problem. So, Shadow, in situation number one, where are you? In the first bullet point,
In Caribbean?
you're in the Caribbean. Are you working?
Nope. I'm on
Of
holiday.
Exactly. Do you want to be called by your boss?
No. I
No, of
don't
course
want to
not.
hear his voice.
Exactly. So, using some of the useful phrases that you see, try to politely deal with the call from your boss. Adi, are you in the Caribbean in this situation?
No.
No, of course not. You're working. Do you know that Shadow is on holiday?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah. You didn't know, and you don't know. So let's try it again. I'm playing the part of the phone. Ring, 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 ring.
How is that, teacher? He's my boss. He knows
He's your
that.
boss. Okay, I'm your phone, Shadow. Ring, ring,
Okay.
ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hello, Mrs. Sado.
Hi.
Hi. Where are you now?
I'm in the Caribbean.
Oh, what? In Caribbean? I haven't got um report yet because
I'm so
right
sorry, I
now
can't
we
hear
need
you.
the okay.
I'm so sorry, you are very faint. I can't hear your voice.
Um. So so now is not good time to call.
That's not what she's saying, though, Shadow. Adi. Shadow's saying she can't hear you.
Yeah. So
So what can you do, Adi? What can you do?
Okay. What? Let me check. Give one.
I see a great phrase you could
Okay.
use.
Okay. I'll hang up and call you on the landline.
There you go.
There is no there is no landline here in
Uh-oh.
Caribbean.
I have
Uh-oh.
landline.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So she seems to be able to hear you now, Adi, so maybe you should just talk a little slowly. She seems to be able to hear you okay.
Mhm.
So just explain it, but really slowly and clearly so she can hear you through the bad line.
Okay. So we need your report about
Sorry, boss, I can't hear you.
No, you can hear him now, Shadow. You
I
can hear him.
can't.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can hear him, but you don't want to talk to him because you're on holiday, but you can hear him. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, Adi. Speak slowly and clearly.
Okay. So we need your report. The last report. Have you finished your report? Because I can't find it.
Is this a good time for him to call, Shadow? No. So what can you say?
It's not a good time to call. I'm on holiday now, so when I come back, I will finish it.
Okay. Can you call me back later, please?
Why?
Are you kind?
Why, Adi?
He's a kind boss. Okay, sure.
You want her to call you back later, meaning later today?
No, after
Later
holiday.
today.
Okay. I'll see.
Okay.
You both seem very confused.
Yeah.
Look, Adi, you want to get the report from her. Shadow, you want to get rid of him. It's okay to say the line is okay to say the line is okay to say it's not a good time to call. I'm on holiday. Adi, you can tell her to call you back, but you got to be clear about what you want and why. So why do you want her to call you back? What's the purpose? What are you thinking? First, tell me what you're thinking. What do you want from her?
I want her explanation about the report,
Okay,
unfinished report.
then say that. Then say that. So how could you say that in a quick way? Because she's obviously having trouble hearing you. What would you say in a quick, concise way?
Okay, we need your explanation about your unfinished report. Can I call you back, or can you call me back later?
To talk about it.
Yeah.
Why don't I, Shadow? You make a suggestion.
Wait,
Why don't I?
Where is it?
It's not there. I'm just telling you.
Okay,
Why don't I?
Why don't I call you when I come back from my holiday?
Wow, you're gonna make him wait like a week?
Why not? Because I'm
Okay.
holiday. Okay, why don't you pay me an extra money because I'm working my holiday?
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that an okay, Adi?
Okay, we will give you.
Wow.
We will transfer some amount, but
What
you
a
have
good
to.
boss.
But you have to your vacation now.
Oh my goodness. So Here's a tactic you might use. First of all, it's a good expression. Why don't I, and then you give a counter suggestion. Why don't I complete the report when I come back? Why don't you consider paying me overtime, and then I'll end my holiday early, or I'll take a little break and then work on the report. And then you can agree or disagree. Okay?
So I can't say, why don't you finish it by yourself?
No, because you don't talk to your boss like that. Why don't you do it yourself, jerk?
It's okay.
I know, but you've got to be much more indirect. Why don't you do it is an accusation. Why don't you do it? If you say, why don't I?
How can I say it, but in a good way, for example? Why don't you let anyone else to do it?
No. Why don't sounds too direct when you're speaking about anyone else except yourself. Can you think of another way to say it besides why don't? What's another good expression?
Could you let anyone else to do it?
Could you have someone else?
Yeah, okay. Did you have? Okay.
Could you have someone else do it? Because I'm on vacation right now. Could you have someone else do it? And then Adi, you would say, I could, or I can't, if it's not possible. And that's it. So why don't I? Could you? How about this one? Would you? What? Would you? If I start with would you, class, what could I say? Why don't I do it later? Could you have someone else do it now? Or would you what?
Wait.
Not would you wait, but would you? What's the, all of you, class, help him out. Would you?
We just schedule a phone, a teleconference to go on this.
You could give a direct suggestion, but I'm looking for just a key phrase. Here's the example I was thinking about. Look in the chat window. Would you mind doing it later? Would you mind having someone else do it? Would you mind if I called you back later to talk about it? Right? Would you mind?
Oh, yeah. The teacher, if I said this to him, it's a polite way. I mean, would you do it by yourself? Is it a polite, or it's also bad things?
It's too direct.
Okay.
Because it's a boss. You've got to be extra polite because you might be misunderstood. So, to summarize, why don't I is a good way to make a suggestion about yourself or about a situation. Why don't we? Why don't we think about? Why don't I? Could you is better, but if you're talking to your boss, you might want to be extra polite and say, would you mind? If you say, would you mind, you have to have a gerund. Would you mind having someone else do it? Would you mind calling me back later when I'm free? Would you mind waiting till I'm back from vacation? Etc. So let's put that into practice. Greg and Paolo, are you there? Greg, Paolo?
Yes, I'm here.
Let's try situation 2. Paolo, you've gone to visit a client in a remote country location. You're in Amazonia, out there in Brazil. You call your PA. What is the PA?
I don't know.
You call your PA.
I don't know.
Personal
Assistant?
Personal assistant. Good.
Okay.
You call your PA for some figures, okay? You're in
Uh-oh.
Say again?
Very faint.
Exactly.
Ready.
It's going to be difficult. Okay? Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
And now I can hear you.
No.
All right. So, Paulo, you're going to place the call to Greg. Are you in the city, Paulo? No. Where are you?
Well, I am Amazon Forest.
You're in the Amazon. Okay. I'm playing the part of the phone again. Ring, 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 ring. Greg, pick up. Ring, 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 ring.
Yes, hello.
That's how you talk.
Hello.
Wait, Greg.
Hello.
You're a
We are,
professional person.
yes. Sorry. Hello. Personal. No, with Apple company. Good morning.
Paulo, you've just been hired by Apple Computers, apparently.
Okay.
So, Greg, you can
Yeah.
identify yourself. Probably you don't need to, but you can identify yourself by saying, "Greg speaking."
Greg
Hello,
speaking.
yeah.
Okay. Hello, Greg speaking from Apple Computer.
Oh, sorry, it's really bad line. I'm afraid I didn't catch that, what you said.
I'm afraid I didn't catch what you said. Repeat.
I am afraid I didn't catch what you said.
I said, hello. Is it better now?
Okay, it's better now.
Okay. Said that I'm Greg speaking from Apple Computer.
Okay, great. I am Paulo.
Ah, okay. It's a
I'm
pleasure.
It's
What do you need,
Paulo.
Paulo?
It's
Paulo.
Paulo.
It's Paulo. I
How
need
ca
some favor from you.
Okay, how can I help you?
Um,
So you're out there in Amazon. You're visiting a client who's got a little operation set up, right? I'm just guessing based on that bullet point number 2. So what do you think you need from him, Paulo? What can you ask him for?
okay, I forgot my presentation at my computer. Please, could you send me the presentation through my email?
Okay, there's no problem, but what presentation you need?
Do you need?
Do you need?
The presentation about the economy from Brazil.
Economic from Brazil. Okay. And do you need to receive the presentation right now, or can you let me a time to find out from the system?
I'm afraid I really don't have a lot of time now. Um, can you call me again in the next 2 minutes?
Okay, there's no problem. I find it. I send to you, and I call back in 10 minutes. You okay?
Is that okay?
Is that okay?
Sorry, it's a really bad line. I can't hear you.
Uh-oh. Once again, Greg, it's a bad line.
Okay, boss, I said to you. I just said to you that I call you back in 10 minutes. There's no problem. Meanwhile, I send to you the presentation you asked me.
Let's
Oh,
stop for a moment here. Let's stop for a moment. Greg,
all right.
Yes.
if it's a bad line, should you say all of those words you just said?
Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
So what should you do?
Pues, okay, call back. Hang on, hang
Yeah.
on, hang on a minute. Or can I phone you on the landline? Have you got a land number?
Okay, that's a good idea. You can ask him for a landline, but also you could just slow down. Just slow down and say as few words as possible because A, you're both speaking in a language that is not your own, so it's difficult, and B, he can't hear you. So just slow down and say as few words as possible. So how could you express that with as few words as possible, Greg?
So call you back in a land number? Can I call you? No?
Yeah, how about this one? Paulo, imagine we're talking and I say, "Okay, Paulo, I will call you back." Slow it down. Imagine you're talking to someone from Mars. They don't speak human.
Okay,
Paulo,
Paulo.
landline. You have landline, Paulo?
Okay, I have.
Ah, he's got one. He's got one.
Okay, and what number have you?
What number?
What number?
Yeah, cut
I'll
out
send
all
you
the
a
extra other
message.
words. Ah, there you go. I'll text you. I'll text you.
I'll text you.
There you go.
Fine, good. Waiting for.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
Fine.
Bye.
Okay.
That will work.
Don't
That works.
call you.
So, Greg, cut out all
Yes.
the extra words. Just cut them out. Keep it super simple, and I think it'll be clear. Also, be careful about the future. I call you back or I'll call you back.
I'll call you back.
Yeah, but I got to hear the L. I'll.
Yeah. Okay.
Repeat. I'll call you back.
I'll call you back.
I'll. Yeah, you've got to really exaggerate it. I'll. That's
I'll
it.
call you back.
Yeah. Otherwise,
Mhm.
Otherwise it sounds like you're using the present. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay.
I'll call you back.
Let's give Jose, and first we'll do Jose and Daniel,
Yes.
and then Antonio and me. Okay, Jose and Daniel.
Yes.
Jose, you're at the cinema.
Yes.
At the cinema, and you forgot to turn off your mobile phone. Your partner or a colleague calls you to remind you about an important appointment. Daniel, you're calling him. I play the part of the mobile phone. Okay, are you ready, Jose?
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Ring, ring.
Ring, ring.
Doot-doot. Ring, ring, ring. Jose, pick up the phone. Ring, ring.
Okay.
Jose, where are you in this situation? Are you at home?
Mm,
No. Where are you?
at the cinema.
You're at the cinema.
Okay.
Ring, ring. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Daniel, your friends.
Yes.
How are you? How's it going?
Okay. Tell me,
What
Daniel.
do you do? What are you doing?
I'm at the cinema at this moment. So now's not a good time to call.
Very good. Daniel?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Then I'll call you in an hour, for example, because I have to say you something very important.
I have to tell you something important.
Yes.
I have to
Okay.
tell you something important.
Okay.
Or,
Okay.
or call me back when you want. Okay? Bye for now.
Okay. Bye bye.
I don't think
Thank
he
you.
heard you. I don't think he heard you. Say the last part again, Daniel. Call me
Call me back
Okay.
when you want.
when you can.
Okay.
When you can.
When
I
you
will.
can. When you
I
can.
will call you tomorrow.
No, tomorrow no.
No?
I have to tell you something very important for tomorrow.
I will call you in 2 hours.
you
In 2 hours?
okay, 2 hours is fine. It will
Okay.
fine.
I will call you in 2 hours. Don't worry.
And then you
Bye.
say,
Enjoy your movie.
enjoy the film. Okay,
Thank you.
Daniel,
Bye for now.
bye for now. Daniel, what can you say? What can you say to quickly end the call? Because you said, okay, that's fine, we'll talk later. Maybe that's too much. What could you say to quickly let him know that it's okay? Maybe the word okay is not the best word. What word can you say to let him know that you have the right solution? What's a stronger word than okay?
I'm in a. It's now a bad time to call you.
No, but I'm saying at the end when he says yes, 2 hours is fine, right?
Hmm.
I want you to acknowledge what he says, but maybe okay is not as strong as another, maybe a better word choice. What could you say that's really strong and quick to let him know that you found the right solution? Besides okay, what can you say?
Fine. No.
Yeah, but stronger.
Uh,
More affirmative
but
than what?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm lost.
Be more
I,
enthusiastic. More enthusiastic. Not just fine and okay.
no, I don't know.
Oh, give me a break.
I'm
Come on,
lost. Sorry.
Daniel. Yes, you
Sorry.
do. Don't even
Sorry.
give me that. No, you know. What,
Don't give up.
what is a more enthusiastic, happy, affirmative way than okay? Okay is very neutral. Give me a stronger okay.
Hmm. I
Ottimo.
always say that, okay.
Como se dice?
Super.
Super, that's better. Because it's clear, right? You can end the
Hmm.
phone call in a really clear. Super.
Super.
Talk to you
Hmm.
then. And then you're done. Class, besides super, what's another one?
Super.
Great.
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 That's great.
Great.
What else? What else?
I'll do that.
Awesome. Awesome.
Amazing. Awesome.
Okay? Awesome.
Awesome.
If you're 13 years old, that's a good word. Awesome. If you're
No
My
problem.
mind is 19.
okay. And maybe something like I heard earlier. Let's do that. Okay? So look, there in the chat window, you've got some choices. But the point is, if you say those more enthusiastic words, then it ends the conversation faster because they're short and they're clear. I'll call you in 2 hours. Super. Talk to you then. Great. Talk to you then. Perfect. Talk to you then. Awesome. Talk to you then. Let's do that. Talk to you then. And you're done. It's really clear. Okay, let's do one more, then we've got to stop. Antonio, are you out there?
Yes.
Okay.
Here.
Antonio, you are at a crowded sports event. You need to call someone to rearrange a meeting. What kind of event are you at?
A football match.
Of course. Who's playing, Antonio?
Who is playing? Real Madrid, Barcelona.
Of course, Real Madrid, Barcelona. Who's winning?
Real Madrid, of course.
Of course.
Well, no, I totally disagree. I'm sorry, no.
Is Ronaldo still on the team? Who does he play for these days? I'm in Portugal. Who's Ronaldo playing for?
Another thing? Oh, Porto.
Ronaldo is playing for Porto. Ronaldo plays for Madrid.
Real
Ronaldo?
Madrid. Ah, no.
The guy with the eyebrows?
Ronaldo plays in Real Madrid.
Yeah. So of course they're winning. Of course they're winning.
Yes.
It's a joke. Okay. So you're calling me because you're having fun at the game and you need to call me to rearrange a meeting because we're supposed to meet right now or very soon, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Daniel, you play the part of the phone. Let me hear the phone.
But
Rewind.
Hello?
Hello, Antonio's calling. I'm calling you because
Is that you, Antonio? I can barely hear you.
yes, I am Antonio. You, sorry, but I am in a football match and there is a lot of noise here.
You want a match? You want a match? I don't.
Goal!
I am in a match. Sorry. Wait a minute. I'm going to a quietly place.
You're going to click the
Can
what?
you hear me better now?
Okay, it's a little better. What can I do for you, Antonio? We're supposed to meet.
Um, I just remember that tomorrow is a very important meeting with our client. It's very important to rearrange that meeting because it's impossible to me to go at the right uh, time. So can you help me with this rearrange?
Yeah, if you get me tickets to Real Madrid, sure.
The, a ticket for what match?
for anyone, because I don't have any tickets the whole season. Okay, let me see if I got this straight. You want me to change the time of the meeting, or is that right?
The time, yes. If you can, it would be a good time at after lunch.
It's really hard to hear you. You're breaking up. Hey, listen. Maybe we could talk on a landline or something. Can you call me back on the landline, or can I call you?
It's impossible here. There is no
Ah,
landlines.
ah.
No
All right.
landlines here.
No landline. Okay. So you want me to change the meeting?
Yes,
What
tomorrow at 4, for example. 4,
tomorrow at
4
4.
p.m.
4 p.m. Tomorrow 4 p.m. Okay. So change it to tomorrow at 4 p.m., right?
Yes.
Okay.
Great.
I'll do that. And if there's a problem, I'll text you or something.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Come on, better word than okay.
I'm
Better word than okay.
great.
Great. Okay.
Great.
Awesome. We're all set. Have fun at your match.
Awesome.
All right.
Okay.
Not bad, everyone. Not bad.
Bye for now.
So, bye for now. We're going to stop here. In our last class in this unit, well, we've got a speaking task to do where we're going to pull all of our skills together. But we've got one more lesson in this unit, which is to talk about obligation and prohibition, not being allowed to do something. So in our very last class, which will be, I don't know when, I don't know if I can do it tomorrow, but if not, it'll be on Monday. We'll be working with modal verbs, and you can see some of them at the bottom of the next slide. For today, we're done, but I'm going to send you a homework which will let you practice some of the key expressions you've learned for dealing with talking about procedures and making sure that people understand you in a teleconference. Okay, I'll send that a little bit later. Bye for now, everyone. Talk to you soon.
Bye
Bye
bye.
for now.
Bye bye. Take care.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Right.